So I'm catching a little bit more, but I don't know. Being right is getting bitter. Put it that way. All these tweakers do, man, they blatantly rip it off. And for hits of meth, they're doing the most Luciferian things. Just now, Ed, he's this, like, I don't know, 40-ish guy on a blue motorcycle, keeps coming up on this hill. Awkwardly enough, he keeps showing up here as I'm grabbing my stuff and leaving. Probably to try to make it seem like I'm running from him or whatever, but what do they do when I walk right up to him and ask him if he has any weed? They cut the camera and tell you a different story. They've been doing this. I remember when the worm, Jesse, he's like skinnier than me, a little bit shorter than me, and you look at him and he's a worm. But he was walking down the trail one day way down in the riverbed and just like blatantly deep voice trying to sound all tough, ripping off some power line that I dropped. But it's amazing that these actresses, these professional actresses and moxies can't see the gremlin charade. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. The fact that I've got these like drag trails down on the side of this hill. I guess I can show you. It's really hot though. I'm not trying to drain all of my energy in the sunlight. Can I get a cloud, please? Of course. But it's a combination of things. It's a breadcrumb trail, if you will. It's like the asshole down at Coast Valley Drug Rehab. I showed off a little bit of my intelligence once during a little crackhead powwow, and he's been pouting ever since. And blatantly showed me yesterday that he's on the side of the gremlins. Making these loud, girly screams and then glaring at me. So he's part of it. I don't know what it is about this meth stuff that just, even when people try to get off of it, it's like their brains are seared to do evil and they hate anybody shining a light on it. Thank God, man. I'm worried because I can admit that once when I was like 17 down in San Diego, they told me it was cocaine. And I'm starting to wonder, that young with one tiny little hit of meth, if it was meth, I don't know if it was or not. But no, they're still doing it. And they've got a shit ton of people helping them. Shit tons of people, man. Caltrans workers, Powerline phone people, Starbucks girls, freaking jackasses over at rehab. Like, literally, they're everywhere, man. They're in the food stamp office. They're in the post office. They're literally everywhere. It's like beyond Fight Club. And they're gremlins. They're tweaky-ass, cowardly gremlins. Here I am sitting on top of a hill, full view of people who have been commenting on every little thing I do. I get out of here and I sit on that bench and I hear some dude whisper over there, or half whisper, well, I guess it's a nice view, or something like that. So they're watching me. They know I'm not running from anybody, but they're blatantly being asinine dicks and helping gremlins torture girls to death. Now, look, if you people were like under the impression that you're helping me take down the Illuminati or something, that's one thing, but you're not doing that. You see, replacing one evil organization with another isn't doing anything. You're just changing the name and the logo of the building. What? Sorry, my phone keeps trying to... Cannot zoom in or out in this mode. So you people think I've been using filters this whole time to make my appearance look good? No, the selfie cam doesn't do filters. Sorry. This is my face. Jeez. Stop. You're annoying me. And yes, this phone is hacked to shit. It's a system called Lollipop, I guess. So the Illuminati keep trying to send me messages like wireless connection error keep popping up. Like they're trying to tell me, oh, well, it must not be you because we can't make a wireless... Fuck you guys. My target now is the masses because they're the ones who could do something about it. If I could just get the 1%, the 1% of Lompoc along the freaking riverbed line, pick up a stick and take a walk. Just 1% of Lompoc doing the right thing would end the swine charade, but they grin from ear to ear and help the swine for some reason. Oh, he must be the devil because he has a scar. So it's not Obama, it's not Bush, it's not Trump. No, it's literally anybody who picks up the truth and tries to walk with it. That's who you label the devil. Meanwhile, the gremlins and tweakers and goblins do nothing but charade while you assholes sit back and laugh like it's some kind of Bum Wars script. This isn't bums beating people up, jackasses. It's gremlins torching little girls to death to try to impress satanic celebrities because they're getting free drugs. I've been right this entire time, but nobody cares. No matter what I do. And I gotta put one foot in front of the other. I gotta keep doing this until I get to the fucking end zone. It seems like even God himself is against me now. It's like he doesn't want the truth to score. And it's almost, I can see it. This is gonna be kind of bizarre, but transparency here. It's almost like he's trying to say that you people aren't good enough for the truth. He doesn't want you people to have it. He wants you in derision. He wants you rolling around in shit. And meanwhile, I've got to mirror it. This little spot that I'm in is like a bobcat poop deposit. There's all kinds of bobcat poop up here. And yeah, I noted the other day, a Rorschach journaled. I got back to my camp here and everything was like balled up and gone. And the next day is when the dude over at Coast Valley started popping off, trying to make it seem like I moved the bowl of candy around to trick girls, but he's the one making sure they can't find me. Like, how many times have celebrities been to where I was or at, and all it would take is the jackass they're talking to do the right thing and say, yeah, no, he does come here, he just left, don't go into the riverbed, he's right, there's gremlins. But no, they grin from ear to ear and sell their souls for an in-the-moment smirk and tell that girl or person anything but the truth. And so now somebody like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is puddling around town looking for me, but every time he looks at me, he doesn't think I'm the one. So he drives on, and then these tweakers charade, point out some shadowy figure from a distance and say that's him, and that fucking tweaker takes off, probably Jesse or one of these worthless worms down there at the girls' camp. But I'm standing in the light, in front of Home Depot, writing spells on camera, and everybody is just thumbing their nose at me and ignoring me. Meanwhile, this Angelina Jolie character that went down to the riverbed and got torched to death is the one that told me to stay out of it. In her actions, yeah. I was right in front of her a bazillion times. She never once said hi. But she would say hi to the gremlins and goblins and tweakers. What do you do with that? It's like, I see what they're trying to do, but Godzilla ain't no joke. And God doesn't, he's not computing. And I'm not lying. I really do think this planet has made God sick. You know, there's ways. You know, back in the day when the Jews were wandering through the desert and fucking up, he would, like, kill, you know, tens of thousands of them at a snap. But now he doesn't do anything. Puts down the truth and helps the gremlins. And I don't know why. It's irritating as all get out. And it's now I've got to wonder, you know, some of my army buddies may have shown up to Lompoc and somehow they're buying into the tweaker charade as well. And no matter how much blatant evidence I put out on the table, no matter how often I stand there in the light, but yeah, no, you see, my tent, and this big ass obviousness, right in front of everybody. And they're still gonna go around telling everybody that I run from people. So I'm starting to see it, you know? I'm also starting to see that they're laying traps in that riverbed as well. I told Sylvester Stallone to show up with a shotgun. Don't talk to the tweakers. He showed up alone with no protection and talked to the tweakers. Somebody like Sylvester Stallone. Why? No matter what I fucking say. If I tell you to go left, you go right just to spite me when I'm not the one bushwhacking people. You're bushwhacking yourselves and then blaming me. What the fuck, man? I really am seeing why God created hell and dropped Sword of Truth to the ground and walked. And now everybody's trying to say, oh, these are just old posts. These are old videos. The real one's shot and the fake ones are uploaded. How? When I'm calling out what Charlize Theron posted yesterday. Like, just blatant logic denial left and right. So I told Ed if he kept charading, I was going to go ahead and put him on blast. He's like a 40-ish guy, maybe a little older. He got a bunch of Nazi symbols on his chest. War paint, if you will. But all Nazi'd out. Drives a blue motorcycle. That's already on YouTube. Comes up here, drops off some meth, pretends he's a tough guy, and leaves. Texting somebody the last time I went over there and asked him if he had any weed. And I don't think it's a tweaker they're texting. I think it's somebody like Brad Pitt. God highlighted once. I'm going to do this transparency thing, and then I got to go ahead and conceal some stuff. God told me recently that it was a metal rabbit that I'm not following is the smart one behind all this. Tim Colley was a rat. I checked his zodiac. Metal rabbit. And there is a reason why Angelina Jolie and Charlize Theron are both metal rabbits instead of wood rabbits. I'll explain later. But it's a metal rabbit, a Moxie, a woman, apparently, who's super intelligent and pulling the strings behind all of this. And I'm not following her. And I can't put my finger on it. That's my dark horse, whoever she is. The one I'm least expecting, and I won't think of her until it's too late. Damn, what a conundrum. Because if I'm thinking it's Charlize Theron, then that knocks her off the block. She's not it. It's a celebrity that I'm not considering. Who? A has-been or a would-be? Well, that's not a Moxie. She has to be on top of her game if she's a Moxie. So it's an A-list female celebrity, the zodiac of a rabbit, wood rabbit. She's 44, 45 years old, and she's super, super intelligent. My kind of woman, but she's against me instead of for me. I don't understand that. The yin to my yang. Who? And how could she hate, women and kids this much to be helping gremlins torture them to death? I can't put my finger on it, and I don't know if I want to, because the second I figure it out, it dissolves. So, it's an interesting conundrum here. A Rubik's Cube that as soon as you solve it, it blows up or melts. Oh, I gotta unfold it carefully. I don't see how they're doing it. I don't see how they're doing it. And these Illuminati people want me to stop posting, but I told them what to do if they want me to stop posting. Put a decent woman in my lap. That's it. Humble request. Not a bag of STDs. Gross. No matter what I do, left or right, they're scripting it. It's like they got a freaking invisible drone right above me watching every little thing I do. And that's what's giving these tweakers the ability to seem like they're metaphysical. They're not. They're just tweakers getting texts. Got Vandenberg Air Force Base right there. Had one of their own shot here in Lompoc, and They don't care. They don't give a fuck. Probably grinning from ear to ear watching me make these videos. No matter what I do, no matter what I fucking do, everybody just wants to try to label me the devil. So, congratulations, Trump. I guess you're not the devil. As soon as I finally get my slice and find my little log cabin, they'll find somebody else to label the devil. And it's just living vicariously. They're trying to push all their guilt onto somebody else. Just lie after lie after lie these assholes ice skate on, and the public is now my target. I'll conform a little bit. You're gonna regret it. You want me to put a paper bag over my face? Okay. You're gonna regret it. I had a simple, humble request. Say hello to me. And this is what it turned into. I don't understand it. God is telling me to quit. Stop doing it. Stop posting. As soon as I give that a little bit of momentum and stop posting, oh, you're gonna quit on faith? There's something awkward going on here. It's like kneading the dough, rubbing sticks together to try to light a fire, but I'm not trying to burn innocent animals. And something I noted the other day, it's one of the reasons why I haven't gone straight Godzilla is because I can see it, man. All the goats that I'm aiming at are gonna run and hide to safety, while the sheep, the innocent people, are gonna be fighting the flames, and they're the ones who are gonna get burnt up. And I gotta do this carefully, man. Carefully. I don't want women hurt. I don't care if they have a rape fetish. I don't care what they've done. It's not your place to punish somebody. But now, all of a sudden, instead of being the big, mean, scary Heisenberg that's controlling everything, I'm just a bitch that has no grit and doesn't like rape. You see how they do it? They just flip it over and over. Public grinning from ear to ear, egging it on. So go ahead, kids. Take those Spider-Man posters off your walls. Throw all your hero toys away. All you have to do is get 1% of this town out here walking around, and you would find what I'm talking about. But you would rather shoot me in the back. Fuck, man. Sylvester Stallone type person. It's awkward that my oofty goofty died at the same time I felt like somebody like Sylvester Stallone got shot in the back down that riverbed. And fuck, dude. I was so sure, man. I was so sure that celebrities were like really hard to clone because their talent is hard to recreate. Somebody like Bruce Lee, you're not gonna copycat that guy. They're finding a way to do it somehow. Meanwhile, the real, the truth, the red just gets shoved to the ground and ignored by everybody. Probation, cops, you name it, the fucking Air Force. And anybody that tries to make mention of, oh, this guy's making some sense and he's putting everything on YouTube and showing us, and everybody just blows it off. Fuck, man. So for you, the rest of the Expendables cast, Terry Crews, all of you, Jason Statham, all of you, I told the cast of the Expendables to show up, not Sylvester Stallone by himself. And I told all of you to bring shotguns. Open season on the Spell Rider. Anyone claiming to be the Spell Rider, take them out. I'm the Spell Rider. Come take me out. But no, you're gonna show up here and continue to charade the swine because of some Angelina Jolie lookalike